My name is Tracy Marshall, and for this section of our teaching-learning interaction, I wanted to talk about the evaluation section of our reading. Our text states that evaluation is viewed as a necessary evil. It requires time and provides sobering and offering disappointing feedback. Evaluation arouses deep dread in most family educators, but is required by most funders. The challenge is, if we can change our perception of evaluations, we may be surprised at how we can view them. We could look at it as a way for gathering information to make our program stronger, and it can also offer you valuable information that can allow you to see what parts of your program are working well and which need to be worked on further. It's also vital for funding in a lot of situations and can provide you with information on how to match program options to program clients. When we think about being evaluated by others, I spoke with a couple people in this type of profession and asked them about evaluations. And they said from their experience, evaluations can be the most vital and important feedback that they will ever get if they approach it in that way. In order for people to rate your program, they need to know what it is that you're trying to accomplish. This comes in with the vision statement. These are statements by the staff that describe what they want the program to accomplish by focusing on the end result. For people working in a program together and share a vision, they are connected by a common aspiration. It focuses the energy and guides the decisions of the organization. We then look at and get into our goals or objectives for the program. Goals and objectives express general purposes for specific programs. When talking about objectives, they are the place where our thinking must get most clear and specific. Our text gave us clear definitions of goals and objectives. The creation of objectives require very careful thinking, but allows us to design and assess more effective programs. Another dimension to objectives is the time span of the effects. The more immediate effects of programs are called outcomes. Long-term effects are called impacts. When we look at evaluations, our text broke it down into 5 levels of evaluation. The first one is the pre-implementation tier. This level establishes a fit between a community need and a proposed program. The second level is the accountability tier. This contains the systematic collection of client-specific and service utilization data. This answers the question, who is getting what services? The third level of evaluation, according to our text, is the program clarification tier. This is where the program staff and participants provide feedback on how to improve program content and delivery. The fourth level is the progress towards the objectives tier. This gives careful attention to outcomes, including the questions, which participants achieved which of these proximate objectives? Are there different program effects based on participants' ages, races, or opinions? The fifth level of evaluation is the actual impact tier. This is the most rigorous, and it often entails random assignment of participants to treatment and delayed treatment groups, longitudinal data collection, and complex analysis. In evaluation intensive funded projects, as much as 30 to 40% of the total budget may be allocated just to the evaluation activities. When we look at the need for evaluations, we can see that they provide a number of research and statistic outlooks that we can see with a program. We can see where we need to improve, what somebody gained from the program, what they would have changed, and then we have the ability to implement those changes or dismiss those changes. Also looking at our field, we look at the need for the ethical standards in family life education. According to our text, Brock in 1993 announced the need for ethical standards for family life educators. He made the persuasive argument that because there are instances where family life educators can do harm, professional conduct should be guided by professional standards, in much the same way as are doctors, social workers, marriage and family therapists. Such an ethical code is a sign that professional field is established. There are different types of ethical perspectives. We have the relational ethics. This emphasis is put on the process and the content for moral behavior. The general guidelines for developing healthy, caring relationships with the different groups certified family life educators work with, which are incorporated in each section of the Code of Ethics. There's the principles approach. Similar to the relational ethics approach, this framework emphasizes specific principles set as the ideal level of practice in order to achieve and maintain healthy relationships, both between the certified family life educator and the public, as well as among families they are helping. While many characteristics may be seen as important as a family life educator, the MCFR group ultimately decided on 3 virtues. Caring, the disposition to support the well-being of the family members as decision makers in their own lives. Prudence or practical wisdom, the ability to understand competing needs in complex situations and make decisions based on reflection and consultation with peers. And then hope and optimism, the disposition to focus on the strengths and positive potential of family members and other individuals and maintain a positive attitude in the face of adversity. With minor adaptations, MCFR guidelines became the officially recognized Family Life Educators Code of Ethics, which is now part of the education of all family life educators who desire to have this certification. We learned a lot in these few weeks, and we discussed also in the reading how family life educators can make a difference in communities, and the consensus was, done correctly in the proper setting, family life educators can make a difference in communities and homes on a personal level. Thank you.